Last time we built a byte farm that consistently generates bytes, we got ourselves a large rover and we used it to unlock a gateway chamber. Now let's take it one step further. In this video we'll be unlocking all gateway chambers on Atrox, but in order to do that we'll need to beef up the rover. And we are also going to build a rail line that links the base to the nearest gateway chamber. You'll see why in just a minute. But first things first, we finally have enough bytes to unlock the portable oxygenator. This costs 10,000 bytes, so that's a lot, but we've got our byte farm in the back going on all the time, so we are getting pretty much a ton of bytes. We are getting 480 bytes per minute right now. That's a lot. So let's go ahead and unlock the portable oxygenator. And we're gonna need one nanocarbon alloy to craft this. We don't have the facilities to craft nanocarbon alloy yet, but we found one in wreckage on Atrox. We actually found two of them. So let's use one to craft our portable oxygenator, and this will allow us to have power everywhere. We don't have to depend on the shuttle anymore or on any tethers. And we can just use the C key to turn it on like that. Now the portable oxygenator uses 1 unit per second of power while active. But lucky enough, we found one QTRTG while exploring the surface of Atrox. So this provides exactly 1 unit per second. This will allow our oxygen to run freely, so we will never have to worry about oxygen again. Another exciting thing that I found while exploring the surface are these wind turbines. We've got 2 medium ones and 1 large wind turbine. These produce a lot of power when the wind is blowing, so that helps us get more power in the base. In this video I want to craft a paver and a drill strength 3 for our rover. Let's go ahead and unlock both of these. They are pretty expensive in bytes and we are gonna need some pretty advanced resources to craft them, but that's okay because we'll get everything we need in just a minute. And then for our terrain tool, I want the drill mod 3. This requires a diamond to craft, so we'll get that too. On top of that I also want the trade platform and the large shredder. Great, we've got all of them unlocked. Now it's time to get all the materials needed to craft them. So first of all, we are going to Vesania. I've got stuff prepared here. We're gonna place an atmospheric condenser on there, but for that we're gonna need a large platform as well. And since we only have the small shuttle, we'll take 2 trips. Now let's head to Vesania, and once we get there, I'll explain everything that we need to do. There we go. I always liked Vesania. It's a really pretty planet. But we've got stuff to do here, so let's pick a landing spot next to some mountains. That should be good. You'll see why in just a second. Alright, so we landed on Vesania. Now let's change our thruster. There we go. And we can now set up a platform right here. So we'll unpack that. Then we have a medium gas canister for this side and a medium storage on here. Great. We'll also require power items, but we'll bring those when we bring the atmospheric condenser. Right now I'll unpack this medium storage on here. And we can place the beacon down so we don't forget where we placed our platform. We'll leave it on, let's say, red. Yeah, that should be good. Now I'm just checking the Astropedia and we need Titanite, which is found in the mountains of Vesania or in the caves of Glacio. The main reason we are here on Vesania is for hydrogen, because Vesania is the only place where we can find both hydrogen and Titanite, and we're gonna need both of them for this video. So before we can set up our atmospheric condenser to get the hydrogen, I want to collect a little bit of Titanite. So we have to look for some mountains and then we can climb on top of them and get our Titanite. I'm wondering, is this considered a mountain or is this like a hill? Oh, we got hit by that plant. I didn't really see it there. We have to be careful here. But exploring is much easier now because we don't have to worry about oxygen anymore. We've got our portable oxygenator going all the time, and only when we need power we can turn it off briefly. I found some graphite right here. Maybe we'll need that too. But right now let's look for Titanite. Oh, and I also found one of those curious items. We can use this to change the sky. I'm really excited about this. Let me show you. So if we press it once, the sky will break a little bit. And let's do it one more time. And now it should be even more colorful. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm pretty sure the third time we press it, everything will break and will return back to normal, so I'll leave it this way for now. I really enjoy this look. Do you see that over there? That's an LRD. Let me go and grab that. I haven't found an LRD in a really long time, so I'm really excited about this. And let's see which one we got. We got a dragon. Okay, that's nice. If we examine them, it will just despawn and it will spawn somewhere else. And I'm not sure if it's leading us in a specific direction or what's going on, but let me show you. So there it goes, it disappears. and then it reappears in another place. And we'll have to track it down now. It runs away. Okay, but we'll grab this and we'll take it back to Atrox. I'll put it somewhere in the base. This looks really nice, especially at night, so I'm gonna place it in our base. Alright, so after a lot of running around, I finally found Titanite. So I'll gather as much as possible here. Okay, so we got 8 Titanite. Let's head back to the shuttle and we can go back to base. Wait, did it change? It was Dragon, now it's Hypno. Does it change every time you examine it? Let me see. Where? Okay, there it is. Did it change again? No, it's still a Hypno. But wasn't it Dragon when we first found it? Okay, that's weird. That's weird. But I'll leave it here for now. We'll get a special platform for it. But now we're going back to Vesania. We've got our atmospheric condenser right here, and I've got a ton of power items. So let's head back to Vesania. There's our beacon right there, so we can land right on top of it. And we should be good to start our hydrogen production here. I'll turn this on, and then I'll leave to find even more Titanite, because we're gonna have to sit around here for a minute for the hydrogen to complete. So we'd better grab some Titanite while we're at it. Okay, so there we go. We can set this to hydrogen, put it on repeat, and the medium gas canister can hold up to 160 hydrogen. We don't need that much yet, but I will leave this here on Vesania, and we've got the beacon, so whenever we need more hydrogen, we can just return and grab more from here. While that's crafting, I'll grab some more Titanite, and I'll be back in just a second. I just found one of these things, so let's dig it up and see what we find inside. Alright, so we've got hydrogen, we've got a small battery, some dynamite, titanium and lithium. Alright, so that's a ton of cool resources. Let me make space for this too. So I'll head back to the shuttle and we'll go back to Atrox with all of the hydrogen we collected so far. And then we can start crafting. Alright, let's smelt all of the Titanite we've got. We also have some already smelted titanium over here. And the first thing we'll want to craft is the trade platform, so we're gonna need 1 exochip, 1 iron and 1 tungsten. I'll place all of the hydrogen we've got right here next to our chemistry lab. And let's start up a generator to get some power on here. The bite farm is stopped right now because it's consuming a lot, so while we are crafting stuff over here, I turned it off. But I'll turn it back on right after we finish crafting our things here. We will also need an exochip, so let's take it from there. And there we go, we can start crafting our trade platform. In order to craft the drills we need in this episode, for our terrain tool and for the rover, we will need diamond. And for diamond we'll also need graphene, which requires hydrazine. And for the hydrazine we'll need ammonium, so we're gonna use the trade platform to get a ton of ammonium really quick, because using the soil centrifuge takes a lot of time. But in order to use the trade platform, we're gonna need some scrap to trade it for the ammonium. That's why we'll also build the shredder. But just a small shredder is not enough, we're gonna go for a large one, so that's gonna be able to shred more things faster. And as you can see right here, I already gathered quite a little bit of debris that we can then shred into scrap. I've also prepared some large platforms right here, and we'll use them to set our platforms on it. So there we go, our trade platform is done. Let's open it up on here, and we'll turn it around. So let's see, what do we need for ammonium? 1 scrap is 1 ammonium, that's great. I'll go ahead and hook this up on this side, and then this other platform will be for our shredder. By the way, let's take a look at what we need for it. The large shredder requires an exochip, iron and tungsten carbide. Alright, that's interesting. So we've got the exochip, we've got the iron, and let's see what do we need for the tungsten carbide. Okay, so that's tungsten and carbon, pretty easy. We've got all the materials we need right here, so let's go ahead and craft that. I think we already have a scrap right here, so I'll put it on there. And our tungsten carbide is completed, so let's craft our shredder. While the shredder is crafting, let's go ahead and take a look at what materials we'll need. The paver requires aluminum alloy and silicone. The drill strength 3 requires diamond and titanium alloy. Okay, let's start with the easy part first. We need aluminum alloy and silicone, so let's see what that needs. So aluminum alloy is aluminum and copper, and then silicone is resin, quartz and methane. I think we have methane right here, yes? That's great, so resin, quartz and methane. We've got resin, we've got quartz, and there we go. and then we'll need aluminum and copper for the aluminum alloy. Let's go ahead and craft that too. So that's gonna be pretty easy. Let's also unpack our shredder. We'll throw it here on the end. We'll also need some storage for this too. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I can't get it back now. It is what it is, but we've also got other things to shred in here. I guess we'll have to wait for that to finish first. I'll craft another storage to put on here. But right now we can start crafting our paver. So we'll go ahead and do that. We also lack power. Okay, so there we go. The paver is crafting right now. And we can start shredding our debris too. For the drill, we're gonna need diamond and titanium alloy, so let's take a look at what that requires. Titanium alloy is titanium, graphene, and nitrogen. I think we have nitrogen, yep, we have it. So we'll need graphene for this, and then the diamond is 2 graphene, so we'll need 3 graphene in total. So let's see, what does a graphene require? Graphene is graphite plus hydrazine. We do have some graphite, so we'll just need the hydrazine. And then hydrazine is 2 ammonium plus 1 hydrogen. We've got the hydrogen, but we don't really have the ammonium. So that's what the trade platform is for. Let's feed some more debris in here. And we can grab this scrap. We can put it in here and we can send it for ammonium. But since we need 3 hydrazine and 1 hydrazine requires 2 ammonium, we'll need 6 ammonium. That's quite a bit. So we're gonna wait until we have 6 scrap and then we'll send the trade platform. Alright, we've got 6 scrap right here, so let's go ahead and send the trade platform to get us some ammonium. And I just realized we'll need another diamond for the drill mod 3, but that's okay because we've got 4 extra ammonium right here. So we can already start crafting some stuff. We've got ammonium and hydrogen, so we are crafting hydrazine here. And we can craft multiple of those, because we're gonna need a lot of diamonds for this. We also completed the mission, that's nice. Let's see what we got. Oh, we received the hydrazine thruster and we unlocked the schematic for it. That's great, so we can get rid of these solid fuel thrusters. And we can unpack our new hydrazine thruster. That's great, but that means we're also gonna need some extra hydrazine. I'll also scrap this old thruster. And then we'll get more ammonium from that. Let's bring all of this ammonium over here, and that will constantly create hydrazine for us, because I set it on repeat. But we also need some more power, so there we go. Actually, let me grab some extra carbon. Okay, we already have 3 hydrazine here, but we will need more for the shuttle as well, so let's see how much scrap we've got here. We've got 4 extra scrap. Let's go ahead and get more ammonium. But we are almost done here with the hydrazine. We can also go ahead and unpack the paver on here. There we go. And now let's see, so we'll need graphene. I'll throw this on repeat and then let's grab some graphite. We've got 5 over here. I think this should be enough, but let's see. And we are gonna craft 5 graphene, then we're gonna use it to turn it into diamonds. We'll need 2 diamonds and 1 titanium alloy. In the meantime, the trade platform came back with more ammonium, so I'll use this to get extra hydrazine. This is a lot of crafting and running back and forth between platforms, but I really enjoy it, and we should have our drills in no time. Okay, and that's the last graphene. Now we can move over to crafting diamonds. I'll set this on repeat as well, because we'll be needing 2 diamonds. 1 diamond is for the drill mod 3, which is for our terrain tool, and the other one is for the drill strength 3, which is for the rover. That's our diamond right there. I'm gonna wait for the second one to finish crafting as well. And I just realized we'll probably also need a medium fluid and soil canister, so that the rover can hold soil and then place it with the paver. So I'm gonna go ahead and unlock these 2, and then we'll craft it right after this. Okay, so we've got 2 of the diamonds already crafted. Now we need our titanium alloy, and this requires graphene, nitrogen and titanium. Let's grab one of those. There we go. And this should be crafted in just a second. Now let's get to crafting. We've got our drill strength 3 right here. Turn that on, and then we'll also need our drill mod 3, so let's craft it too. Now we can replace the drill mod 1. This will allow us to get into the caves of Atrox as well, so that's really good. And then this goes straight onto the rover, just like that. Now we'll also need that medium fluid canister, so let's see what's needed to craft that. We're gonna need plastic and glass, that's pretty easy. Let's grab some compound, some carbon and some glass. Oh, we already have the plastic, so we don't need to craft another one, that's great. go ahead and craft it too. Okay, so there we go, we've got our soil right there. Now one other thing I think we'll need is the large storage, so I'll go ahead and unlock that as well. I'm really glad we've got this byte farm because we wouldn't have had all the bytes for all of these items. All we need is 3 ceramic in order to craft this, so there we go. Once that's ready, we'll put it on the rover and we'll put all of our generators on it. Then we can start unlocking all of the gateway chambers on the planet. And that's gonna be really easy to do because we now have a drill and a paver, so we're just gonna make roads straight from one to the other. Before we leave, I will however turn on the byte farm because we will need extra bytes in order to unlock all the train stuff, meaning the rail posts, the junctions, the rail car and the rail engine. So those all require quite a bit of bytes, but that's not a problem. The byte farm should automatically get all of those before we get back from unlocking all the gateways. But oh, I almost forgot about our hydrazine, so let's throw that on repeat as well. And let's also throw the old drill mod 1 into the shredder. We can now unpack our large storage here. And we can place all our medium generators on it. Now let's also add some carbon on here, so we have some extra. I'll turn these off for right now. And I left one on the back here so that we can activate it while driving. And then in the front we've got our drill, our paver and our soil canister. I'll also add the hydrazine to our shuttle here. And probably in the next episode we'll also unlock the large shuttle. But right now let's go to those gateway chambers and unlock all of them with our beefed up rover right here. Okay, so the gateway chamber that's in that direction, we've already unlocked that. So let's go to the next one, which is right over on this side. I have to say, using the rover with all of these attachments on is so much easier. We can get basically anywhere we want and all it takes is a little bit of power. So this is great and I can already see the gateway chamber right in front of us. Let's make our way over there and then we can easily unlock it by just turning on all of the generators and connecting the rover to the gateway. Alright, and there we go. We can stop right here. I'll get these off and let's connect this now. We can turn all the generators on and we've got enough carbon to support them even after they finish their first carbon there. So we'll need to sustain this power for 30 seconds and the gateway should unlock. I'll actually stand a little bit on this side so that we can watch it once it unlocks. There we go. I think we got it. Yeah, there it is. So let's go ahead. We should have the odd stone right in the center. It just popped up there. So we can now use fast travel to move between the gateway chambers that we have already unlocked. And by the end of the video we'll have all of them unlocked, so we will be able to fast travel wherever we want. But just to offer you an example, I'm gonna fast travel to the other gateway chamber that we have and then I'll come back. So all we need to do is activate. And there we go. We should get teleported straight to the other gateway chamber. So this is the gateway chamber that's closest to our base. You can see we've already been here and unlocked it. And our base is right over there. But now we can go ahead and teleport back to where we were. And once we unlock the core, we will be able to use the teleportation system to go to the core as well. So that's gonna be extremely exciting. But let's get back in our rover and we'll go for the next gateway chamber. Taking a look on the map, and the nearest one seems to be in that direction, so that's where we're going. Okay, so here we are. We'll do the exact same thing. I'll take these off and we'll connect here. Now all we need to do is turn all 4 of the generators on, and we are providing more than enough power. It should be unlocked in just a couple seconds. And there we have it. That's the odd stone right here. Now we have 3 of them unlocked and 3 more to go. So we should get moving and let's head over to the next one. Here we are at the next one. It's the exact same thing as before. I really hope we have enough carbon for all of them. If not, we'll have to go back to the base and smell some of this organic that we've been gathering. And I've got to say, building roads with this rover is extremely fun. We can get through Atrox's terrain extremely easy, and this makes unlocking these gateway chambers so simple. As you can see right behind me, that's all it takes and it's already unlocked. Let me go ahead and stop these so they don't consume all of our carbon. Now we've got the last two that we need to unlock, so let's go ahead and head over there. Here we go, we reached the next one. Let's get closer and we can start unlocking this one too. And this is extremely time efficient as well. I've only been doing this for about 15 minutes and we only have one last gateway chamber to go. This one is unlocked as well. So let's pack our stuff and head over to the last one. After we get this last one, we'll have all of them unlocked and we'll be able to start our train system. That's gonna be a lot of fun, so let's head over to the last one so that we can get started on that. And here we are, this is the last gateway chamber that we need to unlock. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm really excited about having all of them unlocked. And then next time we can go for the core as well. Well, that gets unlocked. Let me take a look at what we need for the rail station. Alright, we have all of those materials and it's only 2500 bytes. I'll go ahead and unlock that too. The gateway is completed. We can now return back to our base. Let's check the oddstone and see where we're at. Yeah, so we've got all of them on here. We're gonna unlock the core too, that's gonna be a ton of fun. But right now let's get back to base and we'll get started on those rail systems. Okay, so we are back in the base. I'll throw all of the generators on here. Now let's get to smelting all of this organic and we can turn it into carbon that we will then use to get more power. I think we'll also need to start a couple of these generators, so there we go. And let's see what we need to craft that rail station. 2 titanium, 1 copper and 1 quartz. Copper, quartz, titanium, that's pretty easy. Let's go ahead and start crafting this. And in the meantime we should unlock all of the other things. We'll need the rail post bundle, the tall rail post bundle and then the rail junction bundle. That's great, we still have bytes left for the rail engine and for the rail car. Let's see what we need to craft these. So the rail engine requires resin, aluminum and copper, and then the rail car requires resin and aluminum. So we'll need 2 resin, 2 aluminum and 1 copper to craft one of each. And there we go. Let's provide a little bit more power on here as well. I will also remove the byte farm from the power so that we can craft these faster. And then let's see what we need for rail posts. So we're gonna need resin and aluminum. Let me get some more of those. Alright, let's start some rail post bundles. We have our engine, let's get our rail car as well. There we go. And I think 4 of them should be enough. So there we go, we've got 4. We'll have to wait for the rail station to complete first, but let's unpack the rail engine as well. Yeah, this looks pretty nice. I think it does need a light though, so let's see if we can get it a work light. There we go. This way we'll have a little bit of light while driving the train. And here's the rail station. Let's see, where do we want to put this? I'm thinking maybe over on this side. That would be great. So let's flatten things out a little bit here. Awesome, now we can unpack it. And we can bring our rail engine to place on here. And then we'll have the rail car as well. So let's see, we want to go to our nearest gateway chamber, which is that way. So I guess we'll turn the train around and then we'll start placing these going forward. So I've thrown the rail post bundle in the shoulder slot right here. This way we can easily place them using the C key. Now we can also attach the rail car on here and we'll be able to drive this. Oh, of course we have no power. So let's actually connect this. There we go, now it's connected to the base and we should have power as long as the base has power. So we're gonna be able to drive this. Yeah, it's low power. But yeah, we'll get more power items in the base as well. Now let me see the exact direction of the gateway chamber. It's that way, so let's keep on throwing these down. And I'll see you there. Actually, I'm thinking we should go on top of it. And then we'll have a rail junction on there, or even 2, I think. That way we can link our rail system to all of the other gateway chambers, and we'll also link it to the core once we have that unlocked. So I'll start building a ramp here, and that way we'll be able to get our train on top of the gateway chamber. We should also have a really nice view from up there, so I'm really excited about doing this. Alright, so we reached the top of the gateway chamber. We can see a lot of the planet from here. We can even see our base right over there. And now I'm thinking we should cover all of this middle up with soil, but we don't really have enough right now. And then we'll have junctions in the middle to go in all directions. But we can also call our train right here. So we'll wait for it to come and get us. That way we don't have to run on foot back to the base. And yeah, the train is pretty slow right now because of our lack of power in the base, but we'll have to do something about that in the next video as well. We can also see the train coming right there, so it should spiral around the gateway chamber and it will eventually end up on here. Yeah, so there it is. As I said, pretty slow for right now, but we got it to the top of the gateway chamber. Let's actually get in. And we'll be able to drive it back. I know we're going backwards, but I don't really feel like turning it the other way around. Alright, so in the next video we will unlock the core and then we'll expand the rail line so that it connects through all of the gateway chambers as well as the core. That's gonna be an extremely big project, but I think we can make it, and it's also gonna be extremely fun. Make sure you save this playlist so you don't miss any future episode from this series, or you might want to watch this video next. Whichever one you choose, I'll see you there. Cheers, Astroneers!